But the cold part about it, thank God I'm not bragging. We also walked around with big ass chains everywhere, and they never got. Nobody never tried this because it's kind of hard to find yourself trying the persons that you know are the ones doing it. And I'm not bragging. Is there such thing as sharing experiences that find you victorious without it being considered bragging?
I mean, people are gonna take it different ways. You're just telling your story. You're just telling your truth. I mean, at the end of the day, some people are gonna see it as bragging, but I mean, your truth is your truth, man. I mean, if you don't tell it, people aren't gonna know.
That even Reggie Wright, he likes to bring up a incident where we were involved in a rumble in a club. And he always remembers it because according to him, this was his moment. I didn't realize Megan Good was in the club. But I guess he was up on Megan Good casually enough to where he thought he was about to like score, get her number. And at the moment the whole shit went up, he didn't get to talk to Megan Good because he had to react to the chaos. But that night in particular, I remember being in the club, not because of the fight, not because of him and Megan Good or none of that. The most memorable moment that evening, while I was the one who started the fight, and then the whole club was getting turned out because of big old rumble and chaos, stampede, everybody trying to get out, even those that don't even know what's going on. My brother, the only person in the venue, and that's standing against the wall, right near the exit, watching all the motherfucking people stampede out. And his mind is he's watching the crowd. And as soon as, I don't know if there were more chains that was real in the crowd or not, but that nigga sit there and a nigga ran by, he whop. That's all that was on his mind. And our whole entourage, he's the only person that had that on their mind. Some niggas was squabbing. Some niggas was trying to make sure everybody safely got out the venue without nobody telling him to think about it or not. This nigga, the only nigga on the wall, waiting, lurking, waking, snatching jury. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. Like, this is what I know about from a certain element in my life that is very close.
So it's heavy in the culture out in LA.
I
Part of
don't
the
want to bring
culture.
this up for the reason of,
Gangbanging culture.
well, even outside of gangbanging, I'm talking about the jacking, taking culture. And then when it comes to jury in particular, I'm not bringing this up to try to like bring up no old shit, to bring up no negative vibe. Shout out to Yukmouth, the legendary Yukmouth from the Loonies. I still got 5 on. It's just 500 these days on my mama. But everybody know I went through experience with Yukmouth where we had a altercation where we got the rumbling and all that. And subsequently, his jury ended up in my possession. So I'm just trying to give y'all, this is who my brother is. When
You were there, right?
I was
when
there.
It happened?
I was there. I was the one who initiated the physical contact with Yukmouth and myself. And throughout the process, it was me and my boy Puto. We ended up on the ground. He had a little crew. It was a little rumble. And I had no idea that this was taking place. This was not on my mind. Once again, once I got in the car, Puto pulled out Yukmouth jury. So it wasn't like I was there with a robbery, mind frame, intention, or nothing. So he pulled out Yukmouth jury. He had 2 chains. Now, mind you, my brother was at the venue as well. And by the time the altercation took place, Puto and myself were the only 2 people with us left in the venue because everyone had left to go get the vehicles and go to valet. We had left as well. I tapped Puto on the shoulder like, come on, cuz, and walked back in the club, just me and him by ourselves, to approach Yukmouth on my own tip for my own reasons. So as the rumble took place and whoop-de-whoop, and now it's time to go, get in the car, we get in the car, my dog, my little Loke, my boy, he pulled up the chains. I say all this to say this. So now when we get to the red light, my brother is following us in the car. So when we get to the light, we flossing the jury on my brother, showing him the Yukmouth chains. Now, I didn't notice at the moment I approached Yukmouth and got into altercation with him. But true to the nature of the individual I'm discussing, my brother and his crew, the reason why they was going to valet and getting in position, because they was waiting on him to come out to get that shit theyself anyway. This what he was on. I'm not knowing that. I go get at Yukmouth about some why you diss G Unit, whoopty wop wop, some old corny ass shit. and we get to fighting over that, my nigga from Jordan Down Projects, watch niggas, Eastside niggas, while I'm all about fighting, Puto come up with jury. I wasn't expecting that. So we driving, I got a regime. Shout out Yukmouth, cuz I'm telling this historically, bro. That's the only reason to just shine some light on my brother's character. So, and y'all think this is bad news, but this is not something my brother is ashamed of being factual about his character. This is true. So we leaving the venue. Not only did, when I get to the light, Suge Knight and Mikey Rue from the mob, they was at the red light in that red GT that Suge made famous, and Mikey Rue was in the passenger seat. I remember showing Suge the jury. Him and Mikey Rue like, yeah, nigga, look. And they like, ooh, whatever. But I remember my brother calling me from the car behind like, cuz, tell cuz you gotta give me one of them chains, cuz, tell cuz you gotta give me one of them chains. He talking about Puto. No, he like, cuz, I gotta get one of them chains, let me get one of them chains. I'm like, cuz, check this out, cuz, them ain't my chains. Them my nigga chains. I say, and Puto had a watch, a diamond watch, and a diamond earring I had bought him at the time that he lost in the scuffle. He like, cuz, my watch gone. It had like a leather band, it broke, and his earring was gone. So he like, really? Instead of whatever he finna get being a come up, you gotta minus the L, and the come up is a little smaller than what it was because you took an L. So he telling me that while we in the car. So on my low, I love you, Lo. Puto tell me off top, he hand me the jury and tell me, give me what you gonna give me. On my mama. So I'm like, but my brother called me, I'm like, cuz, that's cuz jury. I'm like, cuz lost his watch, he lost his earring. He like, tell cuz. So he like, my brother say, hey, pull over at the next gas station. So he like, all right, we pull over to the next gas station, EC Crip. Oh, my mama. Spider jump out the car. Cuz had a big ass knot of money, cuz. He like went to hand it, but it fell on the ground. It dropped on the ground. He went straight, took the chain, got in the car, got on. So Puto looking at me like, what? I'm like, you better get the money. Get the money. It was a few thousand. Love cuz again. Puto give me the money, and we break it down. Woo. But we go to the jury shop the next morning. I just say all this to say this. That's Spider in jury. Big Spider in jury. He couldn't even let that moment go by. He missed out. He wanted it. He was finna take it. He was finna rob for it. I didn't rob for it, but I beat him to the jury, and he still bought it. Like, he bought it. My brother, cuz, he an East Side nigga, didn't finish no school, don't know nothing about nothing. Nigga, if you ask him if a diamond is real from a mile away, he gonna tell you, boy. I don't know how he know. You can have identical two things. One is a replica, one is a real. I trust Spider in a half a blink. He gonna tell you what's what. Oh, my mama. Shout out Big SPI, cuz. Love you, cuz. Come on home, cuz. Siete. The Spiders.
That good, huh? He could spot it that easy, man.
Look, you see how much I put on it. You hear all the extras I put on it, right? I promise you, I am far from the only person that can tell you this. It's a whole lot of people that can tell you this.